Alright, what's going on everyone? Back in the quick trade recap video. So we do have a decent amount to go over, but I got to grind this out because I do have class in like 45 minutes. So I took a couple trades today. Once again, I had my funded accounts from last week that I could not get into, and finally this week I was able to get into those accounts, and I ended up taking this trade on the right for them. I took a loss prior to this because I got chopped around. It was pretty bad on my part. I should have just taken a nice entry off my key levels down here, which was a 4-hour unmitigated and midnight open. And for some reason, I thought to try to continue to short just because we had this huge dump off. But it was super illogical in the sense of we needed a pullback and we just hit a great support level to get said pullback. So I ended up obviously flipping and taking a CISD with SMT off of our key levels to a 15 unmitigated and just a bunch of LRLR above. Couple things to go over. So last night on my 2 evals, I ended up taking a small trade for like $300, and it created a buffer on those evals for today, in which I took another trade over here. And so both of those accounts are at 1500 on the day. So I couldn't trade on them anymore. And then I was talking to support for my funded futures, and they were able to actually activate my funded accounts or my sim funded accounts so that I could trade on them. And so I got on them, and I was looking for another trade or for a single trade on them because they haven't been traded on before. And I ended up taking the loss down here, a short. I was targeting this wick off of SMT up here, I believe, with ES, and I was going to target this wick, but then a little bit more. So once we hit this wick, I was going to trail stop tight to right here. So if we dumped through there, which I figured if we did dump through this level and get a nice close, that's what we would do. But considering we got this nice wick and we never reswept it, I started to flip bullish on top of the fact that we needed a pullback after all this dumping. So then I took this 1 minute CISD right here, got in, not the greatest fill. Well, I mean, not bad either, just a couple 4 points off. Stop was super tight because, like I said, I had already taken a loss, and these are my funded accounts, so I wasn't looking to risk a crazy amount. But ended up banging out on these. Another problem that I had, dude, and I don't know if other people have had this problem. My copy trader has been messing up all day. So I'll get random emails whenever I try to enter a trade that my trades are not entering on all accounts. But then I look, and some of the times they will be on all of my accounts, and then others they won't. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. And then another one that happened with this trade, I closed TP. I was on my leader account. It closed TP. Just normal. Stop loss was already set. TP already set. Hits TP. I'm done. And good thing I look at my copy trader because it still says that my other account is down on the day, which TP just hit. It should not be down. It should be up plus some. And so I look, and the trade isn't even closed. There was no stop loss on that account and no TP. It was just my position. It was just my entry. So like, God forbid this went the wrong way. I wouldn't have noticed. Like, I would have got taken out on one account, and it could have just kept dumping, and I could have blown that account. So that was ridiculous. I don't know if I need to talk to support about that or something, but I can't have that because, like I just said, if that would have kept dumping and I had no stop loss, I could have blown that account super easily. I was in with a mini, because I've gotten way more comfortable with trading with a mini. I mean, if it comes down to it, like if I get a large buffer, I'm not going to trade with a mini. If I get like 2 or 3 large days, I'm going to just do with the bare minimum days because at this pace, I'm about to have 4 funded accounts. So even an $1,000 payout from them is a 4K payout altogether. And for that, I only need to get to $2,000 to take out 50%. So with that being said, I will de-risk as time goes on and the buffer gets built. But yeah, so I mean, super simple trades. It was pretty clean PA. I was able to kind of like ping pong it. This was off. This was eval, so it's not like an A++ setup, right? But we get crazy closure, inversing everything. There should have been an entry up there. There probably was, and I was just scared to do it. I mean, this is kind of choppy, and this is also kind of choppy. So this trade was beautiful, I think, though. This was kind of like a chase because at that point I wanted to see all these lows taken, and I didn't even end up targeting those lows. I think this was this was just to pass the account. because I went in with 2 minis, so I needed to target 1,000 because I'd made money the night before in Asia session, and so I couldn't even target down here, or I would have gone above the 50% consistency rule in evals, but I definitely could have. You can see, if anything, I could have held. Not sure what just happened, but now nothing's loading. So give me a second. I have no Wi-Fi connection. Awesome. Give me 1 second. I hope it's still recording. I think it is. I don't think the Wi-Fi should affect that. Let's see. The market, you're offline. The markets aren't. Okay. Yeah. Let me see if I can connect to. It looks like I'm connected to Wi-Fi now. Never mind. Okay. I'm gonna have to turn on my hotspot real quick. I'm not sure what's happening. I might actually pause the recording for 1 second, and then I will resume when I get this all situated. Okay, we're back. So I'm not sure what just happened. I don't know if like my school's Wi-Fi is down or something, but we are on the hotspot. So I'm not sure where I was at, but yeah. So I don't know where we ended, but it was a great day. Couldn't have really been better other than if we didn't take this first initial loss on the fundeds, because then we would be up even more, because this trade ended up hitting for like 1,000 something, but I'd already taken a loss, so now they're only up about 500 something, which is still amazing. I mean, a $500 day, if I have 5 of those in a row, or 5 $500 days, that's about $2,500. I don't even need that much to get an $1,000 payout, but I will definitely be grateful and thankful to get that. So, I mean, biggest takeaway from the day is I got to figure out this trade syncer thing, because that's going to be ridiculous if I do continue to have problems. It's kind of getting annoying. I'm used to Top Step X and Alpha Futures using like their trading platform, so I don't use a trade copy or anything like that, because I can just use theirs and it's simultaneously like built in. It's definitely the best of the best when it comes to copy trading. But that being said, right now I was just looking for some cheaper accounts to build up, and considering this is kind of like Top Step, I can have 5 50K accounts. I have the like flex added to it, so I can get 3K payout, which isn't as good, I don't believe. I believe Top Step is 5,000 or something like that, but I mean, these accounts were $59 or $58 with a code percentage off, and no activation fee. So I mean, for max allocation, it's like $200. No, a little bit over 200, like 250. But imagine max allocation on a Top Step account is, after activation fees and purchasing the accounts, it's $1,000. So, and then Alpha Futures definitely is great. Game plan for that is to get a payout from this, and then probably buy the advanced accounts from them. And on those, I'll definitely be going heavy, because they just got rid of their daily loss limit. So now the max payout cap is 15,000, and no daily loss limit. So I could go pretty heavy on those accounts, and they're the same as Top Step in terms of rules. So 5 of $200 days or 150 or something like that, and you can request a payout. And like I said, I'd probably be going heavier. So maybe like 1 or 2 minis for every trade. Looking for trades like this. This was smaller, obviously. This is closer to a 1-to-1, but like trades like this, like 300 ticks, $1,500 days would be preferred. But yeah, guys, I don't want to drag this on too much longer. It was a great trading day. I believe tomorrow's a bank holiday or something. So I don't think we're going to get a trade out of that. But I am just happy to be on the sim funded, have all that fixed. Thank you to support on my funded futures. Ike, I believe his name was. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for getting that all situated, because I've been waiting since Thursday to have these accounts. So have I missed out? Potentially, but this was a great start to the week, and I'm very grateful for that. So I will catch you guys tomorrow. And also, if you want to see any of these trades broken down really quick, just go on my TikTok, same as my YouTube, and you'll be able to check that out. Every trade that I've taken today, I've screen recorded. So you'll see this trade, you'll see this trade, you'll see the Asia session trade, the that's just way too far back. It was like 10 p.m. last night, and I don't want to drag this video on for a trade that is that small. It was like $325, and it kind of just built me a buffer for this morning on the evals, so I could go a little bit heavier, not worry about starting down, because even if I lost 300, I'm still break even on the accounts, and I only need to hit a 300 tick play. And you can see we are moving pretty well until we got to this range, but this breakout was sensational. So yeah, that's basically it for the day. If you guys caught any similar trades or just any trades in general today, make sure to drop a comment, drop a follow, I was going to say, but I guess subscribe, whatever, drop a like, and I will catch you guys Wednesday, I guess. Peace.